Coming up in this video, we're going to pass along another trading strategy. This time we're talking about how you can take a number like $1,500 and turn it into 93,000. May seem a little unrealistic. We're going to show you exactly how that can work. Here's what's coming up in this video, guys. We have to identify very high risk but high reward trade setups. So we're going to talk about how you can find those almost on a daily basis, but not necessarily. And YOLO, we got to only live once when we're trading like this, but we also have to be selective because these types of trades don't always set up every single day. So we're going to kick things off, guys, with a look at how these numbers actually work. Neil's going to talk you through the math behind how we get from a number like 1,500 up to 93,000 in just 1 month.
Yeah, I did the math, and this is what it works out to. Look, there's a reason you have to YOLO in these trades. There's no simple way there's no way, period, that you're going to be able to get from like a 1,500 number out to like a 93,000 without some very aggressive assumptions here. So I can show you right off the bat, you're slightly a couple of days over that, and you're going to go to like 5 weeks worth of trading. I've got here, you have to be winning 50% gains on your winners. You can have an off day making 35%. I have you only 1 day of the week that you're not going to be finding a trade set up and you're going to have zero gain because you don't make a trade. When you lose, you've got to manage it to like a 30% loss. And that way you're able to start with that 15 and then here by the end of the 5th week, so just slightly over a month, you actually get to $93,000. These are very, very aggressive types of numbers here. So keep in mind a few things that go with that assumption. Every time you're making a trade, you're investing 100% of what you made before. So the entire account is going into every single one of these trades. So you'd have to hold these numbers up consistently. That's not an easy thing to do. It's actually darn near impossible. But that's the aggressive math that you're looking for, and you've got to be able to hold to that loss. So if you're making 50%, you have to find a way to only be losing 30% that one time of the week that you are making losing trades. So what kind of strategy becomes the question here, Sean, could actually yield these types of results, because they are absolutely wild?
Let's think. You're going to need to make some big time movements and find the right stocks. I mean, today we have a pretty good example, but you may say, like, how do you find these names? Like how can you find stocks like this? Carver Bancorp today, CARV. Look at this, halt. And it's very, watching this video, you may say, look, 1,500 to 93,000, crazy, right? That's not possible. Neil just showed examples, but looking back at a stock, it's always easy to see a chart and then say, you know what, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done this. But I'm going to show you one little thing here that we do at TraderTV.Live, and that is just watch list.TraderTV.Live. Look, how could have we predicted CARV? Well, this watch list is ready for you pretty much every single day, 8 a.m., even earlier. Look, CARV is on our watch list today, so move sharply up in the pre-market, okay? So you got to watch for stocks that are going to have some movement, and no better area to find it than with TraderTV.Live. So you can go there, find our watch list, start trading some stocks. So with that in mind, we're going to trade CARV because it's on the watch list. It makes sense. There's a lot of pre-market volume, and we have a few levels here. So I just want to show you, how do you get into these kind of trades? What I would do is actually wait for that first halt and then use some pre-market levels. So if you can see here, this pre-market high is $20, roughly $20 right there. On this first halt reopen, it opens back at 20. If you take this long anywhere in here between 20 and 21, expecting to get multiple halts and multiple moves to the upside, that this is going to give you that 50% win. Because look, you're long here, 2021. Add 50% to that. All you need to do is get to that 30 mark, which sounds ridiculous. I understand that, but stocks do this every single day, right? So as you move to the upside, you see an example right here. There it is. So just in a matter of, let's say you take this at 940, there's your 50% at 1009. And then you're done. You don't even have to worry about taking the rest of these plays. But you know what, Sean? Hey, look, that doesn't happen every day, right? Every day there's not a CARV. There's nothing like that. Well, what about yesterday with Newegg? We have another example there yesterday. Look at what's happening in the pre-market again. You see this stock ramp, and then it just goes. Now look, if you took the long in here somewhere, that's fine. You're rewarded. But even if you wait for that first halt period to get your money in here at 46, look where we go to. So 46, you need to make 50%. So you're going to go 23 higher than 46. Bang, you go up to that 66. So that's back-to-back days there, Brendan, where we have the same example. Wait for the halt, get in on that halt and then wait to see that 50% return. Look, when you're trading the right names, it does happen way more often than you think.
And it seems like almost on a daily basis now, guys, we come into see a number of these types of stocks up significantly in the pre-market. So we're going to talk a little bit about not only how you identify this type of potential on a daily basis, but some of the characteristics behind these stocks that will end up giving you, we just saw 203% in one day. So it's a huge move, obviously, but we got to be able to figure out what to look at in the pre-market. So let's talk about what is going to give us, or the potential of giving us, these types of returns.
Yeah, so in those two examples, you're going to see like relatively low, ridiculously low floats. In the case of Carver, a high short interest. So when you get those breakouts, and the fact that it's halting, that's also going to give you the notion that there's not ample liquidity, and you're going to get that move. And we showed you guys, and I'll just quickly go back, if I can, to the numbers here. You do need that 50% gains. You have to hold that, also that 30% loss. You also see in that first example of Carver, a pre-market low was sitting at 16. So when you take that 20 to 21 breakout, you actually, if you lose on that trade at break 16, you're going to be able to fit that description. Now, there are other types of opportunities out there, and one I'll talk about is just look at something which has already made a monster gap up. And I'll look at this ARPO, which oddly enough was on our watch list as well, as Sean pointed out. $1.70 stock, trading as high as $3.70 in the pre-market before falling down. So this has already made the move. You don't actually have to have caught this. But what you're looking for, and I've traded like this 9:30 move in the morning before to the short side when you get a move up that gets faded at 9:30. In this particular case, right at the open, it's selling off and breaking the pre-market low. So I want something which already identified a massive range. Check. The stock was up at one point pre-market 100%. It's volatile. It is now retraced $1.50. So that's a 40% retracement at the open, and then immediately rejects the break of the low of the day. So it showed me overnight volatility. It showed me pre-market volatility. And then when you get a failed break like this, now, are you good enough to be able to catch the retracement back at 225? I don't think so. But even if you look back towards like this area here, like when it retakes this 265 level, you go long, it never breaks the low of the day. It actually gives you a move right into this lower high at 333. That's right there where your 25% plus win. So you don't need the 50% win every single day by the math we gave you, but that gives you a 25+% win. Actually still has a chance to go even higher than that. And this one has a little bit less in terms of the drawdown that you're going to take, because you're not risking that 30 to 40% on the downside of this ARPO. But in both of these cases, you had a stock which had an enormous pre-market range. In this particular case, had then traveled that range, sort of gap up, and then traveled almost that entire range in the pre-market, and then gave you an actionable entry. In the other case, the simple fact that it halted showed you that it was going to have that volatility there. But it had to be on your radar before the halt. You can't wait until it halts. You have to see that one before it halts. That's why the watch list is important, to watch those gappers.
All right, so the last point on our list, if you remember back to the beginning of the video, guys, we talked about we got to be patient, because this doesn't come around every single day, and we have to be selective. So Sean's going to touch on not only how we can be patient on a daily basis trying to find these, but the importance of being selective, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want to give you one more quick example here about the patience game. And look, if you get your money in on the wrong names at the wrong time, it can go the other way. So you have to be patient, wait for the right opportunities. Neil just went over some of the how to pick and choose some of these names, how to maybe stay out of trouble a little bit. And I just want to use a name that's maybe a little more familiar with a lot of traders, and that is just AMC. And believe it or not, today we've had, I mean, you don't have to believe it or not, it's a 20% move. I'm going to show you how that happens here with this kind of a move. So look, AMC's been failing here a little bit at the 60 level, and today it makes a monster move down, and I put this level right here, $40, and that's going to be a key psychological level, not just because it's 40, but because this is a spot here where if traders are going to be trapped, you could fall all the way back down. So what we're trying to identify here is this 40 drop zone that happened back in June 10th, and as you can see, today's July 8th, so we haven't traveled down here for a month. So if you're waiting to pick your spots, you can find great opportunities. This case is one today where it drops down to 40, and what you can do is just protect this 40 level, because the bottom here is 38, $38.95, $39. So with about $1 worth of risk, you can wait and be pretty patient here. And look what happens. AMC gives you that $40 move and then the rejection at 40, right? It actually, it goes down to about that 39, and then it makes that move back up. So even if you got some money in here to AMC, a stock that you're pretty familiar with, right? You would never, ever get out for only $1 hit. That doesn't make sense. This fits the risk profile, so you don't have to worry. And then look what happens. Then you get that 20% move all the way to the back. So although this is not going to give you that 50%, it can help you get back some of those losses possibly that you had. Or if you find a few of these throughout the day where you're finding key rejection levels, you get your money in here, then you can watch it go to the upside. So sometimes it doesn't have to be those halt trades. You can look for decent names with great opportunities to get your money in, and you may trade it with a little more comfort and a little more shares, so therefore you don't need that 50%. You can be patient, wait for your opportunities, and sometimes you're going to get them like this on AMC, where you touch a key level and you turn all the way around.
So we talked about YOLOing, if you want to turn it into a verb, guys, if we can, but the idea of, holding a trade for a 50% move can be, attainable and can be understandable if you go into the trade with that mindset. So it's not about, you only live once, so you're just going to hold it forever. But if you have that plan going into the trade, it makes a lot more sense before you actually hit the keys and get into the trade. So there we go. We showed you the math. We talked about how you can actually hold for those types of moves. And we also talked about where we can find those opportunities on a daily basis to turn $1,500, guys, into $93,000 in only 1 month. Here's Valeria.
Hey guys, thank you for this helpful information. Dear viewers, please subscribe to this channel to see more educational videos.